What is it all about? This is not information we're going to hear on RTE. You know, nobody's going to talk about it. So here, do one thing for me. You've heard enough. You've heard enough of figures and deaths and all the rest of it. But you haven't heard much of this. You know, the death rate in Ireland has fallen by 5%. That's all you need to know. The death rate hasn't risen, it's fallen. There's something very different going on. You know, something very different going on in Ireland. There's a different agenda behind all this, you know. And it's strange. It's strange in these evil times. Been listening about Epstein Island. What's going on in Epstein Island? Why isn't that on RTE? How crooked is our leadership? How much evil is in the world that the great and the good of international governments are going to an island to abuse little children? What's that all about? You know, these are the people who have engineered this. This is their plans. Whoever they are, what do they want to do? I suppose they want to make us all in debt. We're already in debt anyway, because we have a government that isn't up to this. They're not really at the level of international politics. They're just here in Ireland, and nobody's really bothering them. We just want to get on with our lives. But we're not going to get on with our lives. We've hit a wall, you know, the debt wall, for one. What's that about? That's about indebting the nations of the world so that when they are recommended to do something by the UN, WHO, they're not going to refuse. They're going to obey the recommendation. So we have government by recommendation from God knows where and God knows who. And RTE isn't the slightest bit bothered about who's behind all this, because they've been bought. They just want to be left alone. They just want their few pounds to get them through the next year. And they don't care about reporting to the Irish people about what's going on. Well, let's look at it. We're being told that there's a disease, a virus, but the virus hasn't killed very many people. In fact, less people have died this year than last year. So what are we standing up for here? We're standing up for one, our national government, that it'll get its ass out of debt and into gear and look after the Irish people for a change. And all of you need to wake up and join us in putting a bomb underneath them. Not a real bomb, a bomb of the sense that the Irish people have been abandoned for too long. They are not going to come back to reality. They're too far gone in debt and in the nonsense. How do we know that all this is not planned by an evil cabal of the kind that you see in Epstein Island? We don't know. Nobody knows anything. You know, but somebody should be finding out. Well, we believe in our national identity. We believe in our national faith, the Christian faith, because too many people have been bought with abortion and gay marriage. What did that buy you? Nothing. It didn't bring down your rents. It didn't put up your wages. You were bought for nothing. They gave you sin, and you gave them your souls. You know, you gave them your nation. Well, we're standing for our Christian faith. What does the Christian faith say? It says, in the last days, you will be excluded from economic activity by an evil government, an evil world government, if you don't take the mark of the beast. No. Do I know what that is? No. But I tell you, I'm listening to my Bible these days because I've been warned. And I have two of the three things that I'm warned about in my Christian faith. One, an evil world government, like the kind you see in Epstein Island, that nobody in RTE wants to talk about, and nobody in Ireland wants to draw any conclusions from. Well, we've hit a wall, we have to start talking about it. Two, you will be excluded from economic activity. Does that